Okay, so that's the lighthouse. We've come off the lighthouse road, and you can take this track over here and walk all the way to the platform, or you can get in the car and drive to the platform. Like I said, that viewing platform, if you get back onto the road that you turned off onto, it's a very short drive down there. This track here will take you all the way to it though, but then you have to turn around and come back. It is not a loop. So, away wind, there's a gate here. And if you go through it, you can start the walk. It might be about, I don't know, half an hour maybe, from memory. And they've got the ocean on that side as you walk through. At least it's not blowing a gale on this walk. All along this walk you get glimpses of the ocean, like so. It's interesting. It's a bit rocky out here. That's a good place to go and stand. Looks like either a lot of animals have done it or people have done it, but there's some sort of a plaque on that rock. I don't know what's written on that rock. There is a plaque, but it's also suggested that you don't go down there because they've cordoned off the whole entire area with a fence, like so. Anyway, let's keep going. Wynyard on a moody day. That area that was cordoned off, we're thinking that's where that little waterfall is or was. And then we'll keep walking and see what else we can find. Bit of blue sky trying to emerge. The sea doesn't even look like it's real. These trees are interesting. Graham thinks this might be the waterfall. I can hear a tiny trickle of water. Okay. There's just a tiny little trickle down here of this waterfall. And on the other side of the bridge it trickles down there. And you just see it. There's a lot of bracken in the way. Up we go. It's a bit steep up here, but nice views. almost at the top of that hill. Even on a gloomy day, it's still lovely. The lens on this phone doesn't know what to focus on.
Yeah.
If I focus on the trees, the ocean goes blurry. If I focus on the clouds, it has a fit because there's no one specific point. You know, it's not even 10 a.m. It looks like it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon because of those dark clouds. What did you call this, Graham?
Stink beetles.
They look like they've got a wishbone on their back. Do they wish that they weren't so stinky? We're almost at the top where the viewing platform is. So where you can see those posts, that's where the viewing platform is, and the other car park. That's the last little bit of the walk, and that will lead you to the car park. Up we go. Little steps. Gentle little steps. So Table Cape Sound walk. That's where you come out. We have to go all the way back again. And the lookout is just over here. Eek. Just to zoom in, then I'll hop off here. take a close look at that range because it does explain what we're looking at just around the corner. And there you go. So that's what we were just looking at. So the first little bit on the bottom is called Bowhead. And then Asbestos Range. Ulverston and Penguin, which starts to go green. Burney is the next to Penguin. Then you've got the Dial Range. Mount Duncan. And then you have Mount Roland. That's all the way over in Sheffield, so that's crazy. Just on the left there, closer to the water, is Somerset. And we keep going. That is the Gog Range. Then you have Black Bluff. That looks like Mount Everett. Wynyard down there. Fossil Bluff. St Valentine's Peak. And Commonwealth Hill. And a little bit of information here. Just talks about the icons on the horizon. I'll lift the phone up so you can see them. Table Cape Table Cape Lookout at 170 metres above Bass Strait provides extensive views along the north coast of Tasmania. On a clear day, Lowhead at the mouth of the Tamar River, 90 kilometres to the east, is visible. Inland, St Valentine's Peak at 1107 metres, some 45 kilometres to the south, is also prominent. Black Bluff 39 metres and Mount Roland at 1234 metres are also conspicuous on the horizon. The walking track to Historical Lighthouse, a short walk, 30 minutes return, links the lookout with Table Cape Lighthouse. A well-formed track follows the edge of the cape, passing a small but spectacular waterfall halfway there. It was very small, it was a trickle, so obviously you come back when it's torrential rain had just been. Let's go in a little bit closer and show you the mountain ranges. And then we're heading back the way we came to the car. At least the rains haven't washed out this video and the winds have been rather kind. And there you go. I'm going to stop this now. Bye.